Come on in. Our vision for our home actually came from a photo in the Netherlands. We were really inspired by some European designs. I guess the main theme of the home was our natural landscape. We have many, many children, and we live our life in the kitchen, living area, kitchen, so we knew we wanted this to all be one space.
We've had small homes, we've had a 2,000 square foot, we've had 4,000 square foot, 1,100, 800. We live in the main area. We live in the kitchen. We live in the living area. We pile on top of each other.
We're a family of 6, but we all live on top of one another, it feels like.
We like to be together, so.
Yeah. Our aesthetic is obviously very stark, but we love to find ways to warm it up, and we felt like with our natural landscape that warmed the home enough. We catch sunsets with the kids outside. We created kind of this outdoor living space. I mean, we live outside as much as we probably do inside. And that was really important too, was having a home that could flow easily with the kids. And so we felt like this was the first home that we truly thought out step by step and design-wise, and kind of brought that to life based on our current family situation. It's not a situation.
It definitely is a situation.
Well, anyways, you're ruining my story. My story is that I had purpose behind all of my design twists and turns, and we built really the home of our dreams.
We're gonna have to add on because
Then came baby number 4.
We have a baby, number 4.
Yeah, we ran out of room. We started building the house when we had 3 kids, and we joked that we might have 4, and we weren't joking.
We could have 5.
No, we couldn't.
No.
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 No. No. I hope my parents aren't watching this. No, they're not watching it. No, Mom, we're not having 5 kids. And let's see.
Cut.
Cut. So today's a big day. Today's day number 1. Officially, we are putting our sign on the lot for Shayla and Ron. So they are building their house kind of at the edge of the Wichita Mountains?
Right at the base.
Right at the base of the mountain. So Shayla is an artist, and one of the key components of this build is that she wants an art studio. So we are kind of centering this whole modern design around her talent and her gift, kind of creating that studio space in a way that it encompasses their natural landscape.
She loves Oklahoma. She is a Native American of 2 or 3 different tribes, and so we're going to try to really just blend their home into the mountains and give her a beautiful studio that will allow her to feel as if she is within the Wichitas.
And to make this even more exciting, they're a growing family. They're having a baby! So, we have a new timeline, just a little more scrunched than we originally had.
It's going to be so fun to build their dream nursery.
I know. So we have nursery, we have art studio, we have a few components kind of coming into play that kind of turn this first build into something a little more unique. And obviously it has our heart, and they do too, because they are our first clients. Shayla and Ron's lot is really unique, and it's this most unbelievable piece of property kind of nestled at the bottom of the Wichita Mountains. What we are doing with Wichita West is we are combining this design and build experience, because I think what is lacking overall, if you look at the construction industry right now, is an emphasis on design. How do you set a house apart? Obviously good construction, but what makes something unique is the design aspect of it.
Well, I think the landowner that developed this piece of property is so in tune with nature. He wants to keep as many trees that he can. That was the #1 conversation that we had. He sees the vision that we have. We want to take the home, tuck it back in the very back end of the property, and maximize all of the opportunity that you have with the rocks, the boulders, the trees. Leave the least amount of footprint that you can.
anticipation.
Yeah.
We're very excited to be here.
I'm really glad that they decided to, you know what I mean, pull the house back too.
Yeah, we didn't want it too close to the road, so the idea to put it back further into the nature makes me really excited, especially for our master bedroom to come off.
Yeah.
And we be able to walk out into it. So we live in a house where we can plug in my vacuum and vacuum the entire house. So it is tiny. We have 0 counter space. We have 1 bathroom basically. Going from so small to working our butts off to get something this grand it's gonna be great. We look forward to a big bathtub.
Totally. Yes, I can't wait for that.
Counter space, a dishwasher. Part of the way I've made a living is off of my art, which has been great. We're pregnant right now, so I've kind of taken a backseat to just do my art and not take on any more commissions, but that's a big part of what we wanted to do. Mostly he wants to make me happy, but we have a catch-all room that is our art studio right now. It's just important for me and for my daughter Danny to be able to create. So, but we are both from here, born and raised. We're both Comanche tribal members, which is placed right out here. We both love nature and we're right next to the lake. We love the lake, paddleboarding, anything sports or outdoors is what we love. So the idea is to be in what we love to do, so. Blood, sweat, and tears.
There it is. That's it.
Say you had
And it was like a sunny day. It was pretty. It was nice. We walked in.
I mean, it was like perfectly clear day, and this man is just cleaning the floors, and all of a sudden, this massive.
Well, no. Remember, he asked. He said, you guys are gonna get married. You guys belong together. Like he told us that.
Yeah, we were like newly dating. I
We're
want to
like,
say.
no, we're not ready.
Well, I
for
think I
that."
was probably like, okay, yeah.
And all of a sudden, the heavens just collided in this downburst of rain and this
and
crazy.
wind, like the wind
And
was
so
circling.
we had to like rush in and shut the door, and we were like, okay, we got to listen to this. There's a reason
yeah.
that
Yeah.
this guy told us that, and then as we come out, it's clear and pretty again. Like things shook up for a second.
And that's all he said to us. Like there was no conversation, and we were like, okay, yes, sir. And so then we stop and we come outside, and this massive storm had passed within a couple of minutes.
It was quick.
Yeah, and then we come out and the sun is shining again, and I don't even know that he said anything to us after that, did he?
He just had a happy look on his face, you know. It was
And
like,
so it felt like a Bruce Almighty
Yeah.
moment where it was like, who was that? You know, like he said this kind of divine thing, and I think we got engaged, not even a year later?
I think he even went as far as
Yeah,
saying,
like,
you guys are going to multiply, you're going to have a big family, you're going to
Yeah.
have like some, you know, just like, and we were, you know.
And he was right. He was right. And here we are. What's really crazy is this church has always meant a lot to us, and I think it is not ironic. I think it is absolutely meant to be that our first home that we're building is right at the base of this
It's
mountain.
a stone's throw away.
Like, how can that be, you know?
What are we going to do?
I grew up in Richardson, a suburb of Dallas, and I never in my wildest dreams imagined living in a town of 5,000 people. I didn't know what it meant, but he grew up, how many miles outside of Marlow? 10 miles. And this is the most beautiful, community-driven place I've ever seen in my entire life. I always thought I'd live in New York City or LA or something like that. And then you come here, and I remember him one day telling me, like, this is Mayberry. I was like, what's Mayberry? I don't know. I found out. And now my kids get to grow up here, and we get to also, you know, get ourselves involved and really reach out to our community. We owned a business in town for 5 years, and so we really got immersed in the town and got to meet a lot of really great people. I mean, people that we'll take with us for a lifetime and that love our kids and whose kids we love as well. And I'm a member of a philanthropic sorority in town called Sigma Nu. And once a year they do what's called a bull bash. They recruit about 30 bull riders on average, and everyone comes out. Our organization will take that money and all the money's raised that night and then disperse it to various organizations around the community that might need it. We do scholarships and things like that. So it's a really fun, family-centered event, but it's also kind of a good bird's eye view into what this community really is.
O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Hey, yeah, let's kick it in the high gear, Ricky.
In combination with the announcement of Wichita West, which I have been teasing on social media forever now, I finally get to tell you what we've been working on behind the scenes, and that is that we were approached by a fabulous production team about a month ago, and in regards to building a show. And it is based entirely on our family and the process of growing our business, our clients, and all the experiences that go along with that.
It's going to be real, it's going to be authentic, and you're going to see everything from A to Z on what goes on with our process of building these homes. We're very, very passionate. I've learned from my Latin wife to be passionate, to embrace passion.
For better, for worse.
For better or
right?
worse. And so
Yeah.
when we put a project together, we don't just give a little bit. We don't just have a little taste of what we want to do, but we're gonna give the whole thing.
So we had to commit to that when we signed on to this show, and we'll see how it all unfolds, but you'll get to see it right along with us, which I think is really cool, and it does require us to be vulnerable and raw and real, and I think that's what kind of took us a few weeks to accept was, you know, Instagram is curated, Facebook is curated, this is not. This is truly us. This is us at the Bull Bash with our kids. This is our kids in the dirt. This is our kids eating candy for dinner, you know, one night. You're getting to actually see our life as a whole. And we're really, really excited to show you, and we can't wait for you to see what's next.
It's going to be a fun experience.